Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, and yes, this is my first upload. Oh my god. This is my first upload to the channel in a long time, and this video kind of explains what I've been doing, where I've been, and what the story is. It's kind of maybe the start of a little series I'm gonna do on the channel called Storytime. I've been meaning to get something like it going for ages. I was actually gonna do this video before my little break. Maybe not this specific video, but something like this before my little break. And I had planned to make a little series out of it then. So hopefully I can get something like this going, maybe weekly, and we'll see where it goes anyway. Often I plan stuff like this and it never actually pans out the way I want it to, and I just stop doing it, so we'll see. But yes, this week's video and my first really dog. As soon as I start talking and do something, this is the first productive thing I've done in like a month, and the dog is just like, no, you know what, now I'm gonna get up, now I'm gonna be awake and interrupt everything you do. Here's some camera time for you, alright, you greedy diva looking ass. It's all you want, isn't it? You just want to be on camera 24/7. You diva. Okay. Really? Really, doggo? Really, you mother... Get out of my sight. But anyway, yes, this week's video, the first video, is about what I've been, or why I've been gone, basically. Which is, I have had a disease called Keratoconus in my eyes for, I want to say, maybe 4 or 5 years now. And I was, well, I want to say I was diagnosed with it, but it's not like a proper serious disease or anything, but I suppose it kind of is, because it would have made me go blind. So it's as serious as whatever that is. But anyway, yes, I went to Specsavers years ago. I think it was about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, somewhere around there anyway. Because I thought that something was funny with my eye, because one of my eyes was a lot worse than the other one. Like, it was blurred, I couldn't really see detail. I was always looking at the whiteboard in school and I was like, bro, I can't see this, and everyone could see what I couldn't see. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Specsavers, get a test, see what's up. And they were like, you actually have a disease in your eye called keratoconus, which, if you let it go untreated and it keeps going the way it is, could end up with you going blind in one eye, and it could potentially spread to the other eye, and then the same could happen in that one. So I was like, okay, cool. And then they gave me an appointment to see a eye specialist. Forget what they're called. Orthodontist? I don't know. Something orth anyway. An eye specialist, and it took maybe I want to say 2 or 3 years, a gap between when they told me I had it to when I actually got the appointment and went to the eye specialist. I'm just going to keep saying that until I remember the word. So yeah, between that time it actually got a lot worse, and they had told me in Specsavers it could, if it does get worse, it could lead to needing surgery on my eye. And when I did get the appointment 2 or 3 years later, they told me I would need a surgery on my right eye called cross-linking, which is a minor surgery, but it would need to be done because the eye is progressing and getting worse, and that procedure should stop it. So they gave me an appointment then to go and see someone in Dublin who was an eye surgeon, and he would have a look at my eye and basically tell me if I needed surgery or not, like to confirm it, and then he'd be doing it himself. So then it was again another, I would say, 2 years after that. So I went to Specsavers. 3 years later I got the appointment to see an eye specialist, and then I think it was 2 years after that again I got the appointment to see the surgeon. And he basically told me that it's after getting very bad. Jesus Christ, I sounded very Irish there, didn't I? It's after getting very bad now. Yeah, he told me it's gotten very bad, and I'd actually need a transplant on my right eye, and I would need the cross-linking, which I was told I need on my right eye, on my left eye as well, because it's spread across to my left eye. So, I mean, I was pretty okay with it. I just wanted it fixed and out of the way so that my eyes would stop getting worse. He also told me that my cornea could actually tear if it went untreated for much longer. So he said he wanted to do the transplant as quick as possible and the left eye as quick as possible so it wouldn't get as bad to need a transplant as well, because I could have had potentially a transplant in both eyes, which would have sucked. But yeah, so then it came to the scheduling of it, and they mixed up the scheduling. I got to God knows why, and they couldn't fix it because everyone wasn't in the office when they needed to be. They weren't in the office because there was snow, as you saw in my last vlog, and nobody was in work, so they couldn't fix it. So I was supposed to get the cross-linking in this eye first so that it was done as quick as possible to prevent me needing a transplant in it. But they actually scheduled the transplant first. So I got that done on the 5th of March, which was a month ago. It was sore as shit. But I stayed overnight in the hospital, and many drugs later, I was out of the hospital and recovering. It was like, it's a weird feeling. It's like so you can feel something in your eye, because I have stitches in my eye at the moment. I'm not gonna like go up to the camera or anything and show, but like maybe I'll put a picture on my Instagram at some stage, because my eye's actually healed now and you can see it properly. It was green at the start. I got the transplant done, so I have a new cornea in my eye now. Not like a full eye transplant, because a lot of people ask me that. The first thing I told, or people said when I told them I was getting an eye transplant, it was, do you get to pick the colour of your eye? And I'm like, no, it's not a completely new eye, it's just the cornea, so just the front of my eye was like cut off, and then they stitched a new one back. I don't know why I'm doing all these hand motions. It's what happens when I get nervous on camera, because I haven't done it in a while. But anyway, yes, I got the new cornea done, and then I think it was 2 weeks later I had to get the cross-linking done in this eye, and that was the worst by far, because they didn't keep me in overnight or anything, so I was awake for the operation, so I was on general anaesthetic for my transplant, so I was knocked out. So that was fine, I could deal with that. I was asleep for it, and then I just woke up and it was done. But for my left eye, I was on local anaesthetic, so I was awake, looking at them, like, for the cross-linking, they like scrape off the front of my cornea and put drops in, and I have to stare at a UV light, and that like strengthens my cornea or some shit. So I had, all that was happening, and I was awake, and that was hell. I had to like watch them scrape off the front of my cornea with a friggin', I don't know what it was like a little tiny cloth thing, and she moved it around with a, all I can think of the name of them is earbuds. Well, cotton buds, that's the one. Jesus. Cotton buds, yes. She used that to like move around something. It's just weird seeing somebody like poke at your eyeball and you can't feel it, and it's not today, please. But anyway, yeah, then afterwards, because I wasn't kept in hospital overnight or anything, I was released. The whole thing took only like half an hour was the surgery itself, and then I was released maybe half an hour later with some drugs, of course. And that day as a whole was hell, because I could not see at all. My left eye, once the anaesthetic wore off, was in so much pain I couldn't open it, and it was just watering all the time. For some reason this eye also I couldn't open. I don't know why. It was like sympathy pain or some shit, I don't know. I can't, obviously I know that's not a real thing, but I don't know, I can't explain it. I couldn't open this eye because this eye was in so much pain, and this eye was also watering, so I was basically blind. And my girlfriend, Sophie, for those of you who don't know her, she was basically guiding me around, like holding me by the arm, guiding me around Dublin for the day. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever experienced. And she did also walk me into a door at one stage, so there's that. She has some excuse, but I was blind for one day and she walked me into a door. I mean, come on. No, but I love her for actually dealing with me being blind for the day and guiding me around, because you know, that's some dedication right there. My mom couldn't come up with me because she was working, so it was just the two of us walking around while I was blind. Not fun at all, and the pain was just too much. And we had to like, I was trying to like tiny bit open my eyes just to see, like maybe it's so I wouldn't walk into things, but I just couldn't. So, no, nice day. Couldn't go to sleep on the bus home or anything because of pain. Eventually I got home, took the strongest painkillers that they gave me, and the pain was more bearable, and the drugs knocked me out anyway, so I went to sleep, easy, boom. Okay. So now I'm recovering. I sound like I'm a recovering alcoholic. A month later my eyesight is much better. I can obviously open my eyes properly now. Before I would just, you know, doing this all the time, squinting. I could barely open my eyes. Now I can actually open my eyes. I can stare at a monitor. I couldn't do that for a couple of days after the operation because the light was burning my eyes. Had to keep the blinds closed because the light again was burning. Every time I went outside, burn. I had to wear sunglasses inside because just, you know, my eyes were that sensitive. Good lord. Make this sound really bad, aren't it? It was only for like a couple of days that it was this bad, but you know, I'm just telling my story, you know. It's just what the series is. Don't even know what I'm doing, you know. But yeah, now I've got a bit better. My eyesight is fluctuating, which is supposed to. Like one day I'll wake up and my eyesight's pretty good, and the next day I'll wake up and it's quite blurry again. That's just because my eyes are healing. The healing process for this eye, which was the cross-linking, was only supposed to be like a week or two, I think. So I think it's pretty much healed now, but it does still change vision quality from time to time. And this eye, the one that was transplanted, is going to take 1 or 2 years to heal. And then after that, I have to get the stitches removed, which I'm not looking forward to at all. I think that's done under local anaesthetic as well. So I'll be awake while they're yanking stitches out of my eye, so I'm not looking forward to that either. And I think that's about it. I've been a bit nervous for this video because I haven't done this in a while. And I'm pretty sure I say this in like most of my videos now because I seem to take long breaks in between my videos, but hopefully I can stop it. What do you want, dog? Why are you such an attention-seeking hoe? Huh? Why are you a hoe? What do you want? Yeah. Why you gotta ruin my story time? Huh? Why you gotta ruin my story time, bro? Why you gotta ruin my goddamn story time, bitch? Right. Now. Anything else I need to add? I don't know. I did tell some people that I was going to vlog the day that I was blind, but I was actually in so much pain that it wouldn't have been any fun because it would have just been me complaining, and Sop had to, as I said, grab hold of me and guide me around, so she couldn't do much vlogging realistically anyways, so that didn't happen. I do have a mini vlog of the day before because it was our anniversary. I haven't actually looked at that footage yet, but I might edit and upload that to come out in between these storytime videos. I don't actually know what my next one was going to be. I had loads of ideas for storytime. So yeah, that's going to be redone. I've probably left out loads of things, but that's because I'm basically a noob to doing this again. Anyway, now I'm just mumbling on. Nothing to do with the story. Shut up, Luke. Jesus. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back next week, hopefully with another story time. I don't know if I've left out anything, but I'll just ramble on if I try and think of anything more. So I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back next week with a story time. You'll see a vlog hopefully in between. Streaming, I should be back to maybe soon. That reminds me, I've just remembered what my next story time one's gonna be. Knowledge. Yeah, streaming should be back soon. I will let you guys know on Twitter and stuff. If you're not following me, the link is in the description. I'll probably add my Instagram to that too. See, this is what happens. I'm gonna go. Bye. See ya.